Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into something that sounds super technical, but trust me, the goal behind it is incredibly simple: creating a universal passport for every single medicine on the planet. It's called IDMP, and it's quietly changing the game for global health. Let's see how. All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we're going to look at the world of confusion that made this whole standard necessary in the first place. Then, we'll break down what IDMP actually is and its 5 core pillars. After that, we'll get into the really important stuff, how it makes medicine safer for everyone. And finally, we'll look ahead to the amazing machine-readable future it's helping to build. Okay, so first things first, why did we even need a global standard like this? Well, to really appreciate the solution, you first have to understand the sheer chaos it was designed to fix.
Let me just start by throwing a question out there. Do you think it's possible for one single medicine to have 20 different names in 20 different countries? It sounds kind of nuts, right? A recipe for disaster. Well, the answer is a resounding yes. And that right there is the heart of the problem that IDMP was built to solve.
And look, this wasn't just a paperwork problem or some administrative headache. This was a massive risk to patient safety. You see, regulators are constantly tracking adverse drug reactions. It's a practice called pharmacovigilance. But how on earth can you connect the dots globally if you aren't even sure you're talking about the exact same medicine? This ambiguity meant that critical safety signals could get completely missed, potentially with devastating consequences. So, out of all that confusion comes this really elegant, universal solution. Let's meet the standard that was designed to fix it all. IDMP stands for the Identification of Medicinal Products. Now, it's not just one rule. It's actually a whole suite of 5 interconnected standards from the International Organization for Standardization, ISO. Together, they create a single, consistent framework to identify and describe any medicine anywhere in the world, no exceptions. The mission here is so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. One product, one global ID. The entire goal is to strip away all the local names, the different codes, and all the regional formatting to get to one unambiguous, machine-readable identity for every single medicinal product. Think of it like a universal serial number for every drug on the market. So how does IDMP actually pull this off? Well, it builds a complete picture of a medicine right from the ground up, using 5 distinct but connected standards. I like to think of them as the 5 pillars of a product's true identity. The whole system is built in layers, right from the bottom up. It starts at the most basic level by giving a unique ID to every single substance and ingredient. Then it standardizes the language for things like dosage and units, so a tablet or a milligram means the exact same thing everywhere. From there, it identifies the pharmaceutical product itself, and finally, the actual packaged medicine you see on a shelf. Each layer adds more detail, creating a complete, totally unambiguous profile. But these technical standards aren't just for regulators and data scientists. They have a profound, real-world impact on patient safety for all of us. Let's take a look at how. The crucial point is this. Having a single global ID changes everything. It's a total game changer. Suddenly, safety officials can spot dangerous trends way faster than before. The supply chain becomes so much more secure against things like counterfeit drugs. And regulators across the world can finally speak the same language, sharing data seamlessly. It even lays the groundwork for things like being able to safely fill a prescription when you're traveling across borders. And that brings us to our final section, because IDMP isn't just about cleaning up the present, it's a foundational piece of a much, much larger digital transformation that's happening right now in the world of medicine. You see, the true power of IDMP isn't just what it does on its own, it's how it connects with other modern data standards. It was designed to be part of a bigger system, where all these different streams of data can finally speak the same language. And this illustrates perfectly how it all fits together. IDMP provides that rock-solid product identity we've been talking about. It then connects with other standards like PQ/CMC, which structures all the manufacturing data. And the glue that holds it all together is a digital language called HL7FHIR, which allows all this information to be exchanged as seamless data, not as static, disconnected documents. So I'll leave you with this final thought. The future of medicine regulation isn't about submitting a 100,000-page PDF. It's about a seamless, intelligent exchange of structured data. And that really brings us to the core question. Which future do we want? IDMP is an absolutely critical step in making that data-driven future a reality and ensuring our medicines are safer and more traceable than ever before.